Hello everyone. Today, we have another significant mission, restoring nature. We'll be cleaning a long-forgotten spring that hasn't felt human touch in over 50 years. And we'll continue clearing our stream from overgrowth. Here it is, the forgotten spring. Once, people drew clean, cool water here. Travelers could quench their thirst. Villagers collected water for their homes. And children splashed in its streams during summer. But over time, it was forgotten. Thickets took it captive. Water hid beneath layers of mud and leaves. And now it's just a shadow of its former self. 50 years, half a century without human touch. Branches fell, grass overgrew, and the water that once cheerfully flowed downhill now barely seeps through the ground. Yet, the spring still lives, waiting to be rediscovered. The first step is to free it from the mud. This isn't just a water-filled pit, but an entire little world hidden underground. Water carves its path over years, passing through layers of stone and soil, naturally filtering itself. The cleaner the spring, the purer the water. Now, it barely breathes, but with some clearing, the stream will sing again. A bit of patience, a bit of effort, and the first clear flows become visible. This is just the beginning. A spring is the heart of any stream. It fills it with life. Every drop that emerges becomes part of the great natural cycle. Hundreds of years ago, such springs powered our rivers, keeping them flowing even in the driest periods. Now, it might seem that one small water source won't change much, but once it revives, water will flow further, connecting with other underground streams, nourishing tree roots, seeping into the soil, and saturating it with moisture. And beyond, rivers, streams, lakes, everything begins with such small springs. Clean water is life. Where there's a spring, there are plants, animals, and even the air is fresher. Birds come to drink, wild animals approach the water. Insects pollinate flowers growing in the moist soil. One small spring, yet so much life around it. We are accustomed to always having water. Turn the tap, and it flows. But what if it runs out? What if the small springs that feed streams and rivers simply disappear? That's why they need protection, to prevent them from drying up, being buried under trash, or left in oblivion. The spring is coming back to life, but that's not enough. Ahead lies the overgrowth that has choked our stream. If not cleared, it will vanish. So let's get to work. Nature cannot defend itself against human neglect. It simply lives, grows, and flows until something gets in its way. But once a place is abandoned, it quickly turns into overgrown wilderness. This stream was once alive. It was part of a great natural cycle. A spring fed it with water. The water nourished the land. And animals and birds found refuge here. Then people forgot about it. Trees fell, bushes spread, branches blocked the flow. Now, instead of living water, there is only mud and chaos. But you know what's interesting? A little effort, and the stream comes back to life. Water finds its path, the air fills with freshness, and the whole place begins to look completely different. Branches, logs, dead trees. It's as if they all decided to form a dam. But we won't let that happen. Cut, pull, clear, and suddenly, the water starts moving faster. The fewer the thickets, the more light there is. The sun warms the water, moss and swampy growth slow down. This is crucial not only for the stream, but for everything around it. One thing that definitely doesn't belong in nature is trash. It's not just an eyesore. It poisons the water. Every plastic bag or bottle I pull out now could have been lying here for decades. Water should be clean. If the spring gives it to us in its purest form, we have no right to ruin it. That's why we're removing everything that doesn't belong here. Some of these blockages aren't just piles of branches. They're real barricades, trapping water and causing it to stagnate. And as I clear them, the stream almost seems to thank me. Its flow becomes stronger, cleaner, freer. Some of these obstructions have been here for years. Water has been forced to find new paths. eroding banks and changing the river's course. That's another problem. If we don't remove these blockages, the water might spill into another area, leaving this place a swamp. Now look at it. Movement, life, clarity. This stream can once again fulfill its true purpose, carrying water forward, nourishing the land, and being part of the great natural cycle. One stream, one small river. A small river, a great river. And great rivers shape entire worlds. Everything starts small. And today, this is our small but vital act of restoration. Now I see how something that seemed forgotten comes back to life. Step by step, I uncover the stream, freeing it from what was suffocating it. And this is not just work. This is a moment when nature finds its way again, and I find my part in this process. We often forget how important it is to care for what gives us life. We take, without thinking, that the water flowing here is part of a great cycle. A cycle that allows trees to grow, nourishes the land, and even gives us purity, health, and renewal. This is something you don't see immediately, but you feel it in your heart. It's not just about clearing this stream. It's about restoring this land. This place. Look at what we have now. Not just clean water, but the revived power of nature. Visible and tangible once again. There is nothing better than seeing the results of your efforts. Here, where there was stagnation and disorder, clean water now flows. And with it, renewal, something we all deeply need. Water is life. And if we can help it find its way, we help all living things on Earth. And when we do this, we are not just restoring nature's appearance. We are giving it a future, a chance to continue feeding and giving life. It was choked by overgrowth, clogged with waste. Now, it's living water, flowing freely with renewed strength. It was a forgotten place, buried under layers of earth and time. Now, it's a restored spring, once again giving pure water. One day of work, and this is what can change. Nature always rewards those who care for it. This is just the beginning.